What's going on, EDC people? And what's our journey today? Well, I wanted to show you a couple of really cool fixed blades. I mean, just absolute, well, gems, as someone I know says. Look at this beautiful fixed blade from Pakistan. I mean, you can't get quality like this. Absolutely a fake tang. Beautiful, beautiful grind in this like buoy shape. I'm kidding, I hate this knife. It's just something I was joking with. Another kind of joke knife happens to be this one. It's a dagger. It's from Frost Cutlery, so yes, I get it all. But my daughter, who's 10, going on 11, well, going on 20, has chosen this as her favorite knife out of all of my knives for some reason. It's obviously because it's a dagger and she's a kid and whatever. It is absolutely surgical steel from Japan, so you know that it is really, really good steel because, you know, surgical. No, we know that surgical steel means that it's awful. And Frost Cutlery is famous for that. But, you know what? This wasn't expensive back in the day, I don't believe. I don't know if it's valuable or anything today, but I wanted to show it off. It's, you know, this is a journey and I wanted to show you where I came from. These were knives that I had. No, I did not carry this one on me. I hid it because I actually was embarrassed of it. I mean, look at that fine work. But no, this one is important to me because it's my daughter's favorite, despite being surgical steel and all that. Okay, so that's that part of the video. Let me pause this and we'll get to the real point in a second. Okay, we're back with part 2. One of the main things I actually wanted to show you that wasn't a joke. A friend of mine has a YouTube channel. I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably know him. Outpost 76. If you don't, you should go check him out. He's one of those guys who does the seal testing, you know, with cutting, and he does a lot of modifications. And that brings me to this point. This is a cold steel Airlight, okay? And this is the box. And I'm trying to show you as best I can what the original would have looked like. There was like a little notch here, and you had like a little belly thing there. Okay, so it was, that's how they came. And I think, I believe he did something with the blade too, but I'll show you. But this is the important part, the scales. So take a good look at this if you can, if I can get a good shot of it here. Okay, now here's the actual knife. Now it is a lockback, and I do happen to kind of despise lockbacks. I don't know why, but it's just not my thing. But it's still cool. Now take a look at what he did compared to what it was. He did what I guess everyone is calling a skinny mod. There is no hump there at all. He totally, and it looks professional. I mean, it doesn't look like somebody just hacked it off. It looks like it was supposed to be that way. And I can tell you, just by having used knives with that kind of a choil or whatever, that this is so much more comfortable. And you know, the jimping lands right in the right place now. You have a little bit more freedom if you have a big hand to get that finger in there. And then the blade, you know, again, I'm not sure he did something to the blade. I know he's sharpened it and it's got some scratches, and that's cool, whatever. But I can't tell if he did something to the blade. Maybe, okay, let's take a close look. No, I guess maybe not. Maybe he took that belly down a little bit. Maybe that was just from sharpening though. But regardless, he sent this to me. I thought it was really cool. It's the cold steel Airlight. It's been modified by Outpost 76. If you want any skinny mods done, he does many of them, including Mannix's and all kinds of different things. Okay, so that's part 2 of what I wanted to show you. You can swing it open, which is okay, but it's a lockback, so you know you can't really, you got to be careful if you just do that, because it will guillotine your finger off. Okay, pause for part 3. All right, guys, part 3. I wanted to show you those stones again. If you've seen the previous videos, you saw that I got a lot of stones that were filthy, dirty, gross, and then I did a video where I cleaned them using Rough Rooster knife sharpenings, basically tutorial guide. But there's 2 stones that I want to show you again now that I've even tried them a little bit, and it's just weird. So this was the stone, if you can remember, and if you don't, you should really go back and look. That I was saying it looks like the guy practiced like grenade throwing with it, and if it looks oily, it's because I did put some oil on it. It's the one that it's got divots in it. You can clearly see the scratches. You know, it's not flat. It's got areas of flatness, but I have no idea what this is. But it's the weirdest thing. I tried it last night just for shoots and giggles, and I actually got like a really toothy, sharp edge off of it, and I was just completely shocked. And now I only used like the flattest area I could, but it's just weird. So again, I'm just curious. I'm asking again, does anyone have a clue what this is? Because I found it really strange that it worked so well for being what it is. Maybe it was just luck. And again, my coffin, my coffin stone. You all know, like I say every time, it was jet black when we started. Okay, and I'm gonna pull it out of the box. And again, I believe these lines were the glue or epoxy that actually were to keep it, you know, to hold it in the box. It was not supposed to come out, but I like it better this way. Anyways, I'm gonna show you it again just to show you the colors and the whatever. It's very smooth, very, very smooth. This is the side that would have been in the box. It's also smooth, but this side is like real smooth. Now it's been degreased and everything, and I scrubbed it with a brush. You can see the slight dishing from when he used it probably so much. I have no idea what this is. I would love to know, but what I can tell you is that I can get a pretty damn good edge off of it for whatever it is. Now, I don't know if its smoothness is a problem, if I need to somehow, whatever it's called, when you dress it or something. I'm not sure exactly how I would do that. I don't have, you know, emulsion or anything to be able to do like one of those glass whatever things where you scrape it around. Some of you know probably what I'm talking about, but, you know, or is it supposed to be this smooth? I don't know. I got to figure out what this is before I don't want to do anything to it. But again, I'm shocked at how well it worked. So it has to be decent. I mean, how could I, a new sharpener, get a pretty damn good edge off of this stone if it wasn't halfway decent? But is it natural? I mean, look at the pattern on it. This does not seem man-made to me. It's probably a little bit of the oil that you're seeing the color change there. That epoxy stuff I can't get off. I can probably scrape it though. And then this is the bottom. I really want you to take a good look, because somebody out there knows exactly what this is, and I'm gonna find you. Anyways, that was shocking. So I really like it, even though it's probably worthless. Somehow it works for me. Okay, well, I have you here. I might as well do a little pocket dump. If you watched my little walk earlier, you probably know half the stuff. Vape, my Tucson tactical pen from Jason Guilfoyle. Awesome pen. Tucson, I believe it says Tucson. Yeah, Tucson. Bolt action. Writes like silk. Awesome pen. This is not really a slip. This is for one of my little tiny stones that I'm actually degreasing today. But in it, I have my little 5th pocket knife or whatever. And it's the Buck Canoe. Also from Outpost 76. He gave me that Airlight and this. And this is kind of my secondary knife on most days because I can just drop it in the pocket. It's fairly easy to sit on the bottom. It's heavier than I expected. If I, the weight yesterday was like, I think it was 2.6 ounces maybe. I could be a little off. But, I've got 2 blades in here. The reality is, in the summer, this could probably just be my EDC because you use the one blade for everything you can to protect your main blade. And when and if this blade goes dull, you now have your main blade, or if you have a bigger project, you have the main blade. It's a buck 389. I'm not too sure what that means for steel. It's probably their 420C or whatever they use. But it's nice. It's sharp. It's as sharp as a canoe, a traditional knife needs to be. I can tell you that. It can cut fairly well. And I never was into like the jigged bone feeling, if that's even what this is. But since I've gotten this, I found that I use it like almost like a worry stone. When it's in my pocket, a lot of times I just rub it. I know that sounds weird, but hopefully you viewers can understand that more than others. Okay, so there's that. And now you all, okay, someone's mowing the lawn and just hit something. You all know I'm having, the Star Wars Hank is an almost everyday carry, except for when it's getting washed. So let's just get past that. I'm a Star Wars fanatic. I can't decide between these 3 knives as far as which one is my everyday grab. Yes, I rotate no matter what, especially when I'm reviewing a knife. And I've got multiple knives coming in to do this, to unbox, to review with you guys as a newbie, to experience from someone who doesn't really know what they're doing. It should be funny and educational. And I am going to be ordering one as soon as I can select the right one. I'm trying to figure out, between price and what we want. Anyways, back to this. I'm just going to show you again, as in case you haven't seen the other videos, the We Banter by Ben Peterson, formerly of Blade HQ, with his logo, the What Is Up Guys logo. It's really hard to see, S35VN. It's on bearings, thumb studs, awesome deployment. It's square. It's a basic knife. As I said before, a lot of people say if you look it up in the dictionary, this would be what you see. Well, to me, that's pretty darn cool, because this would fit perfectly in, when I do wear jeans, in that 5th pocket or coin pocket. And frankly, it's just a good size. You can travel through different states with it without too much worry. And whatever. It's there's 2 colors. There's the Ben blue and satin finish like this, and then there's the totally blacked out version. Both are cool. I'm not into the blacked out version. To me, this knife should be in Ben blue. Just my opinion. Of course, then my pair of 3. No one has to really know anything about why. Everyone knows why the pair of 3 is so cool. I can deploy it in so many ways. It just drops shut. It's just cool. I can do the Spidey flick. I have a forward choil. It's a good knife. It's S30V. And then the Elementum. And I'm showing you all these as if I've never shown you these before, or you don't know what they are, but of course you all do. This is the one from Blade HQ. I believe it was an exclusive there. It's the green micarta, which is awesome. You can kind of see where it's already changing color to me. Get off me, fly. Of course, the Civivi logo, which I think looks fine there on the pivot. The hollow grind, which I believe in this version, which is S35VN, if I can find it. Okay, well apparently I'm blind because I'm not seeing where it actually says S35VN, but maybe I could see it through the camera better. That's been a thing lately. Yeah, I don't know. It's S35VN. It's the micarta scales, which are awesome. Here's a question. Can micarta get wet? I mean, you know, like when I wash my hands, they're soaking wet, and then I grab my knife. Is that going to do anything to this? Is that going to overly color it? I can't imagine it would. I'm sure micarta must be made to be able to do that, but I live in Vermont. Snow is coming soon, and I just need to know, is micarta, I know that micarta is great for, you know, not staying, or for being not cold in the ice cold winter, but does the wetness do anything, you know, negative to the micarta? That's my question to you guys on this one. But yeah, so here's the Elementum. Of course, you got the deep carry clip, the recessed screws, plenty of room, good clip, fun to play with. I swear to God it said S35VN somewhere. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm obsessing about it now. Okay, so this is the third knife. Okay. So, I'm asking. In my basketball shorts that I wear on all these hot days with my 2 pockets, what knife should be in my pocket all summer long? You know, these two are very similar in weight, although the Elementum is just slightly lighter. The Para, I don't remember, but it was heavier, but it's a Para. I don't know, guys, I need your help. Which one? They're all going to be used. I'm going to rotate through all of them, but I have to choose one. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but I have to have, like, I almost feel like this is my child, so it's an unconditional love, so he doesn't count. So maybe it's between these two, because he's unconditional. These two, I'm not sure. Or maybe I should just go with this. Is that stupid? I don't know. Guys, what do I do? I know I've asked before, but really, look at these two knives. Which one do you think fits better? Since you all know me so well. Okay, there's one more part to this. I'm sorry it's so long. Okay, guys, last part, I believe. Hopefully this isn't overly boring or random, but these are just different things I wanted to talk about today. And rather than doing 18 different videos, I might as well just do one. So this is my Mora. It's the small blade version, I guess. It has this lanyard on it, the case with the snap, of course. Look, if you do any bushcrafting, if you do any outdoor work, if you do any camping, if you do anything like that, if you want my recommendation, which is very basic at this point, a Mora. They're not too expensive. You can get them on Amazon even for, I don't want to quote a price because I don't know off the top of my head, but I know that this one looks a little strange because of the handle to blade ratio, but believe it or not, you know, for what I do around the yard, it's the perfect size. You know, if I were to have purchased another one, I probably would have gotten one a little bigger, but it is what it is. The thing about Mora is the handle. They're just so They fill your hand and they are comfortable, and you can get a grip on this like no other. So, at least at that price point. You can get carbon steel Moras if you're interested in that, for bushcrafting or whatever. This one happens to be the stainless version, which is fine. It's all cleaned up, and wow, it's all scratched up too, but I use it heavily. So I need to sharpen that. But that's another point. They're very easy to sharpen. Okay, so, you know, I'm trying to do some basic reviews as a newbie. And as a newbie, I'm telling you, if you do outdoor work, bushcraft, camp, a Mora should be on your list eventually, your wish list. It's cheap enough that you can use it and not feel bad. Usually you can use a ferro rod on the top because it's got those 90-degree corners, which some people do crown off, but I would leave it if you're going to camp and stuff. Why wouldn't you want that? And technically, with this size, you can put it in the case, and if you really wanted to, you could throw it around your neck.